What up everyone? The Jark Man back with another video, and this new ring light I got isn't as bad as I thought. It's not that glaring in my eyes. I thought it was gonna be way worse. So since I'm starting my new prep for my meet in October, one thing I wanted to add to this prep was benching. You know, my frequency on bench, it was 3 times a week before, and I went down to 2 because my shoulder was hurting, but then now I'm doing 4 times a week. So I just started last week. My deload I did 3, but now I'm gonna do 4, and I'm talking about today. That's what I'll be talking about, but I'm not really gonna get into the details. It's more what my 4th day is about. So what my 4th day consists on, I'm getting back into the group because I used to use the bench blocks. I have my own bench block, but the gym I go to has one too. But one good thing about that gym is I only have the bigger bench block. I don't have the small one for I don't know how many inches, but the tiny one I don't have. The one you'll see in this video is the one I have. I just don't bring it because I have so little room in my gym bag. So what I'm programming on my bench block, board presses, whatever, I like to call them bench block presses. It takes longer, but I have it on the highest setting, which should be a 5 board. The highest setting, all right, I went to go look for it, I can't find it. I have my own, but I have it on the highest setting, which would be like a 5 board, and you'll see in the video it's very any range of motion at all. For my long arms, that's perfect, and for my shoulders or anyone's shoulders, it really saves your shoulders just in general. Even if you're not getting ready for a meet, or if you just want to get stronger and avoid the shoulder pain, bench blocks are perfect because you don't need a partner. I don't need to review it. It's very common sense. So what I'm doing is my max. I hate to say that my max is 254, but that is technically my max because I've never done anything heavier. And I did 254 on my meet as my second attempt. I didn't get 265, and I had done 259 in training, but I couldn't get it. I posted a video, and it was not hard. It wasn't heavy to bring down or go up. I just didn't get it, and I think it was because the jump was too small from 254 to 259. So if I would do things differently on my last meet, I probably would have opened with 237 instead of 243. And then second attempt 248, third attempt 259 to be really safe. But I didn't want to miss my third attempt and have the same exact max as last meet, so I was okay with 254 as a second attempt, and I knew I was going to be able to get that because I'd done it so many times and it was easy. So what I'm doing is the highest board setting, a 3x5. I wanted to do a 5x3, but it was just way too easy. I was warming up with it, so I did a 3x5 on that, and it was like RPE 4. Honestly, it's super easy with 254. Next week I'm gonna bring it down to the next setting, and it'll be a 3x4. And then the next week, the lower setting, 3x3. And the next week, it'll be a 2x5 or a 5x2. Yeah, that's what it'll be. And then the next sitting, 3x3. And then, like I said, that gym has the other blocks that I actually don't have. So if I was bringing my own bench block, it would have been fine, but I wouldn't have been able to go lower. But he has the lower setting. So I'm on the last 2. I'm gonna be a 3x2 or 2x3, whatever, and then a 3x1. So 3 sets of 1, and then eventually I'll be ready to take it off. And if I can do that for 3, that'll be amazing. 254 for 3 reps. That'll probably be an opener or a second attempt because, honestly, my bench is just so it's just up in the air, and it's really hard to know because I hit such a wall. My numbers went up on bench. My working sets were the most I've ever benched in my life for volume, for reps, whatever. But just the max only went up 6 pounds. So if I can rep 254 even for 2, but 3 is probably the goal, then I'll probably for sure be able to do 275, 276, whatever on meet day at the very least. And I might just focus on that. I might just focus on bench this meet because squat, I never got to do 424, but I'll probably do 429.9. And I want 440. I'm not sure. Maybe I can get it. I don't know. But if I do 440, 276 on bench, and then just an easy deadlift one because my deadlift is just. I thought I was good at deadlifting until I started going to this gym and using the deadlift bar. The slack is really hard to pull out. I'm not a pro at it. I've gotten better, but honestly, I think that's why I'm a weird deadlifter because the slack, me and the slack are enemies. The whip, the slack, whatever you want to call it, on the deadlift bar. So I might just do 490. 480 is pretty much my max. I'm using that. It should be more. My programming numbers is actually higher because from the last, I just want it to be higher numbers than my last prep, and I'm content with 490 and 440 and 276. That should be a 1200 total. Take one easy. If 276 is easy, then even better on bench. So one more thing I want to throw in about my 4th bench day. I do the slingshot also. I use the black slingshot, and that's the Mad Dog one that Mark Bell named after his oldest brother that died. And that's the strongest one. So that's why I mentioned that, because it's the strongest one, and it's supposed to add like 50 pounds to your max if you're maxing out. But like I really think it depends on the person, honestly. It can't just be 50 pounds for everyone. I think it depends on how far you've reached your genetic potential, you know, how long your arms are. Like me, I have super long arms, how short they are, how much leg drive you use, if you arc your back or not. So I'm using the strongest one, and it's I did a 4x5, but today I benched, and it shows in the video at the end. You'll see I'm doing 221 with the slingshot, which was Sunday, and then today is Tuesday. I did that same exact weight, 221, but up for a 5x4, so a little bit easier. Same exact reps, 20. So I did a 4x5 with the weight I'm gonna use the next week. So whatever weight I'll use next week, which should be, I don't know, I think 226. I use it with the slingshot on that Sunday, and then use it on Tuesday, and that's how I'm doing it with the slingshot. And that's slingshot. It shouldn't. Mark Bell says it himself. His specific slingshot shouldn't be used for like super heavyweight all the time. If you want to like max out with it and do some stuff with it, I mean, it's fine to experiment and have fun days, but it should be used for, I mean, he says 75%, but you know, it should be some weight that you know you could do, so you could really grease the groove with that weight. So I know these bench blocks, it really looks ridiculous watching someone bench on like such a high setting, and this is the highest setting on the bench block, and that bottom setting you see, that's what I'll be doing next week. It's pretty much looks the same as the one I'm doing, but the hole is deeper. It's lower, closer to the chest. So like I said, this is RPE 4, and yeah, it looks ridiculous, but honestly, like, it's a humongous confidence booster. I was even thinking of doing these with the slingshot, but you know, I didn't want it to be too easy, and then the slingshot can be deceiving. So using the highest bench block setting and a slingshot, that'd be a little way too deceiving. So I wanted it to be as, you know, natural as possible. So at least I'm not using any other help besides the block. But I swear this was like, I could have done 10 for sure, like 5 sets of 10. Like, it was way too easy. And as far as the slingshot, this is 221 that I was talking about with the black slingshot. You don't want to rely on this slingshot. I'm only using it once a week. I used to use it every single bench session, but after I would do like my actual working sets, and then always do like an easy set with the slingshot, like 3x5, something like that, because it should be pretty easy. And this weight, like, I've done it before, so I know I could do it. And it's just honestly for me to get ready, get the hang of me doing it in 2 days, because it's Sunday and then my first bench day is Tuesday, and you know, it worked real good. It really, I don't think it's gonna help you like way crazy, because I did 221 Sunday and then again 221 today, which is Tuesday, with nothing at all, just raw bench. It won't help you that much, but it's just honestly a confidence booster to help you feel that weight, really feel it. So once I did 254 on the bench block, I did these after 220 was like baby weight to unrack, because it's so much lighter. And any advice for if you haven't used the slingshot before, like, that's pretty much my advice. Like, don't live and die by it, and if you're off season, don't just go crazy with the slingshot and just like, oh, let me use, you know, heavier numbers than my max bench and let me make it feel easy, and it'll be a huge confidence booster. It shouldn't be an ego booster. It should just be a confidence booster with the weight you know you can already get. Yeah, Mark Bell says 75%. I'm doing my weight that I'm about to do the first bench session. There's really no right way to do it unless you follow like it's a form of a bench pressure, but unless you follow some kind of slingshot program, I don't know if that exists. But if you can always make your own program on it, or your coach, whatever, with the slingshot. Just don't get carried away, like I said. And that goes for frequency and weight. I would say more weight. If you're going to use a lot of weight on it, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. That's all I got to say. So with the bench block and the slingshot, those are both confidence boosters, but they both shouldn't be they shouldn't be taken too far away and get carried away with. What I mean by that is because I'm doing 254 on the bench block, and that's the most I've ever done. I could have easily done 276, and that's 2 plates and a collar. I could have easily done that, and I probably can, to be honest, but like I said, I'm not doing this as an ego booster, and it's a weight I know for a fact I can get, so that felt really easy. So once it gets lower and lower and lower, I'm really gonna feel it more and more and more, and I want that weight. It's more so I can hit it as an opener. Also, if I can hit 254 for an opener and do 3 easy reps, then it'll for sure be an opener, and that'll get me closer to benching 276. But back to realistic numbers and what I'm actually programming, which is 254. If I do end up doing that for a 3 reps, an easy 3 reps, or 3 reps on a bad day, then I should be projected to do 279, which comp weight would be 281.5. So You know, I don't know if that'll happen. I want at least 276 because I just feel like it should have been 276 according to what I was doing in training, according to the RPs and how easy they were. So that's something I just really want to conquer the weight. And if I'm going to end up getting a 1200 total, well, 1200 isn't the hard part. Where 1280 total is what I meant to say. If I'm going to end up doing a 1280 total, I want it to be, you know, fairly easy on bench, as in I hit an easy PR in the meet, something that I had done in training so many times. You know, kind of a sandbag bench day, not so much PR bench day, because my PRs on bench, you just never know how it's going to go. Because I don't know, I think I have some kind of bench deformity. I was born with it. I don't know. So I would love for it to be a heavy, easy third attempt on when I qualify for nationals, whenever that is. That would be a 1280 total. So what I would plan for that would be, I would say 518 deadlift, and that's by March, I would say, because I was thinking of competing in January out of the state. That's the only meets there are out of the state in January. But if I do March, which will be the LA Fit Expo, and then probably go to Buffalo in June, which would be nationals. If not, there's Palm Springs Nationals in July, and if not, there's Alabama Nationals in October. But with that being said, it would probably be, I would say, a 518 deadlift, 501 squat, and like a 287 bench, if that is possible. If not, I can always just tweak the numbers and go super easy on bench, like 281 by March, like I know for a fact I can do. And the rest, you know, just easy, not easy, a little bit heavier. Maybe super easy deadlift and like just go crazy on squat, because that's my lift. I may just plan that for this next meet, but I kind of want to avenge my bench because that's always been a challenge for me. So I'm done making excuses. I'm going to start posting more. I'm not going to say when. I don't like to say it and then not do it. I hate not being a man of my word. But I'm really going to be posting more videos because, you know, there was just some stuff going on in my life. No big deal. It wasn't that big of a deal. But honestly, there was just some stuff holding me back. And it just shows how much I really wanted to back then and how much I really want to post now. And I really want to. So the reason I really want to start posting is because I just got this camera. I just got it yesterday. But I got this tripod. It's a whole new tripod. It's like an actual big tripod because I only had 8-inch ones before, like anything under a foot. So I have like 3 total. So it's not bad because I have another ring light. So if I need more lights or more angles, I mean, I only have 2 things that can record this and my phone, which is what I'm using. I just got this Canon PowerShot SX530HS. And honestly, I'm very novice when it comes to cameras. I don't know anything, but it's for this channel to make it look as good as possible. And I want to make some short movies. It's not even about fitness, but it's also for this channel to make it best quality. If I'm gonna be a YouTuber, I want it to be, you know, a little bit all out, and you know, it's gonna really get me to learn about something new, which is photography. I know nothing about it. I barely know about editing, but I really want to start using this. I just need the SD card that's coming tomorrow. It should arrive tomorrow, so I can't use it at all right now. I'm able to turn it on and do all this stuff, but I can't wait to use this in my new tripod, bring it to the gym with me. And you know, there's only 2 tripods at the gym I go to, and it was just kind of annoying bringing that tiny one and having to use a step stool to make it a tripod. This one is mine. I have my own bag for it. I won't be taking the ring light, no big deal, but I can't wait to get the best quality videos there is. If you like the content, stay tuned for more videos. I promise there's a lot more coming up, more than I've ever done. That's all I got today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.